Quality. Every extraordinary achievement begins long before it becomes visible. A skyscraper exists in the architect's imagination before the first brick is laid. A masterpiece is born in the artist's mind before the brush touches the canvas. Every invention, every business, every life-changing decision starts as a thought. This simple observation leads to one of the most fascinating questions humanity has ever asked. Can our thoughts influence the direction of our lives? For centuries, philosophers, spiritual teachers, psychologists, and successful entrepreneurs have explored this question from different perspectives. Some describe it as faith, others call it mindset. Scientists discuss attention, expectation, and behavior. In popular culture, it is often known as the law of attraction. The law of attraction is not merely about wishing for luxury cars, dream houses, or unlimited wealth. At its deepest level, it is about understanding the relationship between your inner world and your outer reality. It teaches that your dominant thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and repeated actions gradually shape the opportunities you notice, the decisions you make, and the results you create. Many people misunderstand this principle. They believe that simply repeating positive affirmations will magically solve every problem. Real transformation is far more practical. Positive thinking without disciplined action is only fantasy. On the other hand, determined action without a clear mindset often leads to frustration and burnout. The true power lies in combining vision with effort, belief with preparation, and optimism with consistent action. Imagine two people facing the same challenge. One sees only obstacles, assumes failure is inevitable, and gives up before making a serious attempt. The other believes improvement is possible, searches for solutions, learns new skills, and persists despite setbacks. Months later, their lives look completely different, not because the universe favored one over the other, but because their mindset influenced what they noticed, how they acted, and how they responded to difficulties. This is where the law of attraction becomes meaningful. It reminds us that our attention influences our choices, and our choices influence our future. Throughout this journey, you will discover how thoughts become habits, how habits become character, and how character ultimately shapes destiny. You will learn why clarity matters more than wishful thinking, why gratitude changes perception, why confidence attracts opportunities, and why persistence often creates what once seemed impossible. This is not a promise of effortless miracles. It is an invitation to become intentional about the life you build. The future is not created in a single dramatic moment. It is created by thousands of thoughts, hundreds of decisions, and countless small actions repeated every day. The law of attraction begins not with the world around you, but with the world within you. Chapter 1. The power hidden inside your mind. Every human being carries an invisible force that quietly shapes the direction of life. It cannot be seen with the eyes or touched with the hands, yet it influences every decision, every relationship, every opportunity, and every dream. That invisible force is the mind. Most people spend years trying to change their external circumstances without realizing that lasting transformation almost always begins internally. Before success appears in the physical world, it usually begins as a vision, a belief, or a possibility inside the mind. The law of attraction starts with a simple but powerful principle. Your dominant thoughts influence the way you perceive the world, the choices you make, and the actions you take. It is not about sitting still and expecting miracles. Instead, it is about training your mind to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. Imagine waking up every morning already convinced that nothing good will happen. Throughout the day, your attention naturally searches for problems. Small failures feel enormous, criticism becomes personal, and opportunities pass unnoticed. Now imagine another person beginning the same day with confidence and purpose. Challenges still appear, but instead of seeing them as signs of defeat, they view them as lessons. They ask better questions, look for creative solutions, and remain open to unexpected opportunities. Over time, these different patterns of thinking create very different lives. Your mind works like a filter. It constantly decides what deserves your attention. Whatever you repeatedly focus on becomes more noticeable. This is why goals become clearer when you write them down, and why people often begin noticing opportunities related to something they have recently decided is important. Thoughts alone do not magically change reality. However, thoughts shape emotions. Emotions influence decisions. Decisions create habits, and habits determine long-term results. That is why successful individuals often guard their thinking carefully. They refuse to let temporary failures define their identity. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" they ask, "What can I learn from this?" The law of attraction also teaches the importance of emotional alignment. Fear, doubt, and constant negativity drain motivation. Hope, gratitude, determination, and curiosity create the emotional energy needed to keep moving forward, even when results are slow. Consider a gardener planting seeds. The gardener cannot force the plant to grow overnight, but they can prepare the soil, provide water, remove weeds, and protect the plant from harm. In the same way, you cannot control every event in life, but you can cultivate the mindset and habits that give your goals the best chance to grow. Visualization is another valuable practice, not because imagination alone creates success, but because it prepares the mind for action. Athletes mentally rehearse competitions, musicians imagine flawless performances. Entrepreneurs picture successful businesses before they exist. Visualization increases confidence and helps the brain become familiar with desired outcomes. Yet visualization without action is incomplete. Every meaningful achievement requires learning, persistence, discipline, and patience. The law of attraction works best when positive thinking becomes the fuel for consistent effort. Many people quit just before progress becomes visible. They mistake temporary silence for permanent failure. But every great achievement includes moments when nothing seems to change. During those moments, faith and discipline matter more than immediate results. The greatest transformation begins when you stop asking whether the world believes in your dreams and start asking whether you believe in your ability to grow into the person capable of achieving them. Your circumstances may influence your starting point, but they do not have to define your destination. Every thought you choose, every habit you strengthen, and every action you repeat becomes another step toward the future you are creating. The journey of attraction is not about escaping reality. It is about becoming the kind of person who is prepared to create a better one. Chapter 2. Aligning your mind, emotions, and actions. The bridge between desire and reality. Many people believe that the law of attraction begins with asking. In reality, it begins with becoming. The life you desire is not created by a single wish or a single positive thought. It is created by the person you become while pursuing that dream. Every challenge changes you. Every lesson strengthens you. Every decision shapes your character. Imagine a sculptor standing before a block of marble. Hidden inside the stone is a beautiful masterpiece, but it cannot appear without countless careful strikes of the chisel. Every piece that falls away reveals a clearer image. Your life works the same way. Success is not only about adding new achievements, it is also about removing fear, limiting beliefs, unhealthy habits, excuses, and distractions. The law of attraction becomes powerful when your thoughts, emotions, words, and actions all move in the same direction. If your mind dreams of success but your daily habits support failure, the results will never match your expectations. Alignment creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence creates lasting transformation. Every morning offers a new opportunity to choose your direction. Before checking messages or social media, ask yourself a simple question. What kind of person do I want to become today? This question shifts your attention from outcomes to identity. Instead of saying, I want to become successful, ask, what would a successful person do today? They would learn. They would work. They would keep promises. They would improve their skills. They would remain calm under pressure. The answers are often simple. The challenge is practicing them consistently. Many people underestimate the power of emotional energy. Your emotions influence your decisions more than your intelligence alone. Fear encourages hesitation. Anger clouds judgment. Gratitude increases awareness. Hope creates persistence. Peace improves clarity. Learning to manage emotions does not mean pretending difficult feelings do not exist. It means refusing to let temporary emotions control permanent decisions. Every successful journey includes moments of uncertainty. There will be days when progress feels invisible. There will be moments when people doubt your vision. Some will criticize your dreams because they cannot imagine achieving them themselves. Do not allow someone else's limited imagination to become the limit of your own future. Protect your vision. Not everyone needs to understand your purpose. Sometimes silence protects dreams better than explanation. One of the greatest habits you can develop is daily reflection. Spend a few minutes every evening asking yourself, what did I learn today? What mistake helped me grow? What can I improve tomorrow? These simple questions gradually reshape your thinking. Growth becomes intentional rather than accidental. Another important principle is patience. Modern society celebrates instant results, but nature teaches a different lesson. A seed does not become a tree overnight. The strongest oak once looked like the smallest acorn. Growth is slow before it becomes visible. Many people quit during the invisible stage. They stop learning before knowledge compounds. They stop exercising before strength develops. They stop building before opportunity arrives. Patience is not waiting without action. Patience is continuing to act, even when results have not yet appeared. This is where discipline becomes your greatest companion. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline remains. Successful people are not always motivated. They simply continue. Rain or sunshine, praise or criticism, fast progress or slow progress. They continue. Your environment also shapes your future. Spend enough time around negative thinking, and doubt becomes normal. Spend enough time around disciplined people, and excellence becomes expected. Choose books that challenge your thinking. Choose conversations that expand your perspective. Choose habits that strengthen your future instead of entertaining your excuses. The law of attraction is not only about attracting opportunities, it is also about becoming worthy of those opportunities. Imagine receiving the career of your dreams without developing the necessary skills. Imagine becoming wealthy without learning responsibility. Imagine gaining influence without developing integrity. Without personal growth, success often disappears as quickly as it arrives. That is why character matters more than circumstances. Your character determines what you do after opportunity arrives. Every experience in life carries a hidden lesson. Failure teaches resilience. Success teaches responsibility. Loss teaches gratitude. Difficulty teaches wisdom. The question is never whether life will teach you. The question is whether you are willing to learn. Never compare your journey with someone else's timeline. Some flowers bloom in weeks. Some trees require decades. Both are beautiful. Both fulfill their purpose. Focus on becoming better than the person you were yesterday. Small improvements create extraordinary futures. Read one chapter. Learn one new skill. Help one person. Take one courageous step. Repeat tomorrow. Months become years. Years become a lifetime. One day people will admire your confidence. They will admire your achievements. They will admire your success. Very few will recognize the thousands of ordinary decisions that created those extraordinary results. That is the hidden truth behind every remarkable life. Greatness is rarely built through dramatic moments. It is built through ordinary days lived with extraordinary intention. The law of attraction reminds us that every thought plants a seed. Every belief waters it. Every action helps it grow. And every consistent choice determines the harvest you will one day receive. Your future is not waiting somewhere ahead of you. It is quietly being created by the decisions you make today. Choose your thoughts carefully. Guard your emotions wisely. Act with courage. Remain patient. Continue growing. Because the person you become is the greatest attraction of all. When your mind becomes clear, your heart becomes steady, and your actions become consistent, the world begins to respond differently. Not because reality has suddenly changed, but because you have. Chapter 3. Becoming the creator of your destiny. Living the law of attraction. Every day. The greatest misunderstanding about the law of attraction is that it is something you occasionally practice. In reality, it is something you live every single day. Every thought you entertain, every emotion you nurture, every decision you make, and every action you repeat becomes a vote for the future you are creating. Your destiny is not built in one extraordinary moment. It is built in ordinary mornings when no one is watching. It is built in quiet evenings when you choose learning instead of wasting time. It is built in difficult seasons when you continue moving forward despite uncertainty. Every sunrise offers two choices. You can allow circumstances to control your mindset, or you can allow your mindset to influence the way you respond to your circumstances. Every difficult conversation you face increases your courage. Confidence is not a gift. It is the reward for repeated action. The law of attraction becomes meaningful when your daily behavior reflects your highest vision. If your dream is to become financially independent, learn about money every day. If your dream is excellent health, treat your body with respect. If your dream is wisdom, spend time reading and thinking deeply. If your dream is peace, practice gratitude and forgiveness. Dreams grow where attention and action meet. There will always be distractions. The modern world competes for your attention every minute. Social media, breaking news, entertainment, comparison, endless opinions. If you do not decide where your attention belongs, someone else will decide for you. Your attention is one of the most valuable resources you possess. Protect it, direct it, invest it wisely. Another powerful principle is responsibility. Many people spend years blaming their past, their circumstances, or other people. Blame may explain your situation. It will never improve it. The moment you accept responsibility for your future, you also gain the power to shape it. Responsibility is not punishment. It is freedom. It means recognizing that while you cannot control every event, you can always control your response. Your response becomes your power. One habit shared by remarkable people is lifelong learning. They never believe they know enough. They remain curious. They ask better questions. They seek mentors. They welcome constructive criticism. Growth stops the moment arrogance begins. Humility keeps the mind open. An open mind continues to attract knowledge. Knowledge creates better decisions. Better decisions create better lives. The law of attraction also teaches the importance of serving others. Real success is not measured only by what you receive. It is measured by the value you create. Help people solve problems. Encourage those who have lost hope. Share knowledge generously. When your focus shifts from getting more to becoming more valuable, opportunities naturally begin to increase. Remember that every season has a purpose. Spring teaches beginnings, summer teaches effort, autumn teaches gratitude, winter teaches endurance. Do not curse the season you are living in. Every season is preparing you for the next. Sometimes life delays your success because your character is still under construction. Trust the process. Keep improving. Keep believing. Keep acting. The greatest reward is not the money you earn. It is not the recognition you receive. It is not the applause of the crowd. The greatest reward is becoming someone who is disciplined, wise, kind, resilient, and courageous. No one can take that away from you. One day you will look back and realize that the obstacles you once feared became the very experiences that shaped your strength. The failures that once embarrassed you became your greatest teachers. The delays that frustrated you protected you from being unprepared. Everything had a purpose. The law of attraction is not about forcing life to follow your plans. It is about becoming the kind of person who can recognize opportunity, create value, and remain faithful to the journey regardless of temporary results. Your thoughts plant the seed. Your beliefs nourish the roots. Your actions grow the tree. Your character determines the quality of its fruit. Choose your thoughts with wisdom. Speak with purpose. Act with discipline. Live with gratitude. Face challenges with courage. Continue learning. Continue serving. Continue growing, because every day you are writing the story of your future, and the most powerful chapter of that story has not yet been written. It begins today. It begins with the next decision you make. It begins with you. Conclusion. Your life. begins with your next thought. Every journey eventually reaches a moment where knowledge must become action. Throughout this book, we have explored the idea that the quality of your life is deeply connected to the quality of your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, habits, and actions. The law of attraction is not a shortcut to success, nor is it a magical formula that guarantees instant results. It is a reminder that your inner world influences the way you experience and shape your outer world. Every great achievement in history began as an idea. Every invention started as curiosity. Every successful business began with a vision. Every inspiring leader was once an ordinary person who decided not to surrender to fear. The difference between those who transform their lives and those who remain stuck is rarely talent alone. It is the willingness to continue moving forward when progress is slow. Life will never be completely free of uncertainty. There will always be unexpected obstacles. There will always be people who doubt your dreams. There will always be moments when giving up seems easier than continuing. But remember this: storms do not come only to destroy. They also reveal the strength of deep roots. When everything around you becomes uncertain, your character becomes your greatest source of stability. Protect your thoughts. Your thoughts become beliefs. Protect your beliefs. Your beliefs become decisions. Protect your decisions. Your decisions become habits. Protect your habits. Your habits become your future. No one can think for you. No one can grow for you. No one can build your dreams on your behalf. That responsibility and that privilege belongs entirely to you. Do not wait for the perfect opportunity. Create it. Do not wait until fear disappears. Move despite it. Do not wait until the world believes in you. Believe in yourself first. Success is rarely a single dramatic event. It is usually the result of thousands of invisible choices repeated over many years. Every page you read, every skill you develop, every promise you keep, every act of kindness, every moment of discipline, every lesson learned from failure, these small actions quietly shape an extraordinary future. Never compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Every person has a unique journey. Some arrive quickly, others travel slowly. What matters is not the speed of your progress, but your commitment to continue. Remember that gratitude attracts peace, discipline attracts growth, integrity attracts trust, service attracts opportunity, and consistent action attracts meaningful results. The greatest version of yourself is not waiting somewhere in the future. That person is created through the decisions you make today. Choose courage instead of comfort. Choose learning instead of excuses. Choose patience instead of frustration. Choose action instead of procrastination. One day, years from now, you may look back at this very moment and realize that this was where everything changed, not because the world suddenly became easier, but because you made a different decision. You decided to think differently. You decided to believe differently. You decided to live differently. That decision has the power to transform every chapter that follows. The law of attraction is not about asking life to change for you. It is about changing yourself until your actions, character, and purpose naturally create a different life. The future has not been written. The next page is blank. Hold the pen with confidence, write with courage, live with purpose, and never forget. The most powerful force you will ever attract is the person you choose to become. That journey begins now, and its greatest destination is not success alone.